So my spiritual beliefs have actually changed a lot over time. My mom was Christian, my dad was Jewish, my best friend when I was growing up was an atheist, so I had this almost culmination of different ingredients in my life when it came to spirituality. But I never really took grasp of just one. I kind of just free-floated and, went with life. I didn't really think that I needed the Bible to tell me that I need to be a good person. And at the same time, I really didn't discount God right away. I thought that there was always something out there in the universe. We just didn't know exactly what it was. We didn't really have a name for it just yet. We just sort of called it God, but it could be a million different things out there. And so then when I joined the organization, I had this idea that if I was to see a ghost, that if I was to experience something paranormal, that would be the proof that I needed, that God was out there, that God existed. And it's, thinking about it now, it seems like such a naive thing to think about, that if I was to see a ghost, something transparent, that would mean God existed. But that was how, I guess, new I was to the paranormal and to spirituality. And as soon as I joined the organization, we started to do things that I never thought we would normally do. That is, to go out and help people. I thought that we would, go to graveyards or abandoned buildings, and that wasn't the case. So my first investigation was to work with a family, was to work with clients, and so you start to build this relationship with people, with complete strangers, that I really took a hold of. I really liked that a lot. So, going back, the spirituality process slowly grew and grew, and it's weird because it was mostly with the darker cases that my spirituality really grew. I remember one time when we did an investigation where an investigator's head was scratched, and within a matter of minutes the scratches disappeared. We did an investigation where supposedly a spirit of a little boy went through my body, and that really blew my mind, because when I came back to the quote-unquote real world, I really tried to... there was a battle almost within myself. Was I going insane? Was this all in my head? Or was there really a spirit of a little child that passed through me, And back and forth, this sort of two sides teeter-tattered. I was trying to figure out what was going on. And slowly but surely enough, I sort of had a transformation in my spirituality, where I learned, or I started to believe, that yes, there was something out there, and that we are able to communicate with it, but there isn't one particular thing. There isn't a definitive God out there, and it's not just a Christian God. It could be a universal God. So we all have sort of different paths in life that we take to this one true universal destination, and I think that's totally fine. Some people go to church and they pray to feel better, to find hope, to talk with God. Me, I prefer to go to the woods, to go for a walk and talk to the trees, nature. Talk to myself. I fully don't know what, but sometimes I just walk through the woods and I talk to myself or to the spirits out there through my own mind. And as weird as it sounds, that's my version of praying. That's my version of finding comfort. And it works. So yeah, spirituality is growing, especially now too, when we came back from New Orleans and seeing some voodoo priest guy take a machete, put it over a flame, and then put it on his tongue, and then claim that he was possessed by an ancient African-American spirit. That's definitely a mind-blowing when it comes to spirituality. So yeah, go out there, be spiritual. We're done.